At its annual conference, Summit 2023, Adobe unveiled a suite of innovations, the shining star being its new generative AI technology, Firefly. In recognizing and harnessing the transformative power of AI, Adobe is setting a compelling precedent for the rest of the software industry. Known worldwide for its creative software solutions, including Photoshop and Illustrator, Adobe is now spearheading the next phase of creative design. Firefly places Adobe at the vanguard of generative AI, unlocking untapped possibilities for artists, designers, marketers, and beyond. In our videos, we frequently emphasize the significance of first-party data in the rapidly growing generative AI landscape. While some models, like OpenAI's ChatGPT, are trained on open internet data, large enterprise software companies have the advantage of leveraging their own unique data sets to stay competitive. But Adobe's ambitions extend beyond AI. The potential $20 billion acquisition of Figma, a leading design platform, looms on the horizon, promising to further consolidate Adobe's leadership in the creative industry. However, this isn't a done deal yet. Potential roadblocks from antitrust regulators in the US and the UK could throw a wrench in the works. In this video, we'll dissect Adobe's latest earnings call, highlighting key strategic moves, with a special focus on Firefly's impact and the pending Figma acquisition. Strap in as we dive into Adobe's unfolding story at the intersection of creativity, AI, and big tech M&A. Here is a bird's-eye view of the income statement. Revenue has three main segments: digital media, which accounts for 73%, and of that being Creative Cloud and Document Cloud, and the other big chunk being digital experience, at 25% of total revenue. Some main highlights is that the entire business grew everywhere between 10–12%, and the company expects the business to continue growing at the same rate as well quarterly through the rest of the year. So what can we make of all this? Revenue was $50 million ahead of expectations for the second consecutive quarter, leading to a comparable raise for the full year. That's particularly impressive in a challenging macro environment for cloud software. Digital Media's net new ARR was $470 million, which was also $50 million ahead of the guidance provided last quarter. All in all, the business seems rather sustainable, and no major risks facing the company up ahead. If we shift gears to Adobe Firefly, which Adobe unveiled at their Summit 2023, we can see that Adobe is ahead of the game when it comes to the future of AI. Firefly is a suite of AI models designed to generate media content for various use cases. Firefly expands on generative AI tools, allowing users to create and edit media content based on simple descriptions. Adobe's first Firefly model is akin to text-to-image AI models like OpenAI's DALL-E 2 and Stable Diffusion. The product is currently in beta at the time of this recording, and a general release is expected in the second half of 2023, with pricing also yet to be announced. Firefly's core three principles are high quality, full integration, and legal protection. Firefly will also be able to create content across Adobe apps, such as Express, Photoshop, Illustrator, and Adobe Experience Manager. Artwork created using Firefly models will contain metadata indicating if it's AI generated. This is both a practical and legal consideration, with recent pushback from artists and the banning of unmarked AI-generated media in China. Adobe aims to sidestep the ethical and legal challenges surrounding AI art, which often arise due to AI models being trained on public images, sometimes including copyrighted ones. To address these concerns, Firefly models are trained exclusively on content from Adobe stock and openly licensed and public domain content. In the future, users can train and fine-tune Firefly models with their own content. Adobe is exploring a compensation model for stock contributors to monetize their work in relation to Firefly's revenue, similar to Shutterstock's Contributors Fund. Adobe is addressing concerns about potentially harmful or biased content by training Firefly models on carefully curated, inclusive image datasets, employing techniques to detect and block toxic content, and providing feedback mechanisms for users. Despite potential legal and ethical challenges, Adobe plans to develop Firefly models capable of generating illustrations, graphic designs, 3D models, and more. Now the company is also bringing Firefly to its cloud video and audio applications. With Creative Cloud's 600 million monthly active users and Experience Cloud's 12,000 customers, including 87% of the Fortune 100, Adobe has a large built-in customer base that could potentially provide a lucrative new revenue stream. This is particularly promising, considering the market for generative AI is projected to be worth over $110 billion by 2030.
David Wadhwani, president of digital media at Adobe, discussed the initial response to Firefly, noting that over 0.5 billion assets have already been generated and that the generation rate from Photoshop was 80 times higher than projected. He emphasized Firefly's potential to democratize Adobe's products by reaching new users and driving upsells, thereby increasing revenue per user. This combination makes Firefly a potent ingredient for growth. Firefly should have standalone pricing sometime in the last quarter of the year, so it will be critical to watch for more announcements. While generative AI has the potential to radically disrupt Adobe's business and render some of its products outdated, the company is taking the bull by the horns and incorporating AI into all of its products. The competition will intensify with text-to-image and text-to-video becoming the norm. So Adobe's focus on high quality, integration, and legal protection could be crucial to maintaining its dominance. Competitor Canva, a popular simple creative software solution, crossed 100 million monthly active users in 2022 and introduced generative AI tools of its own like Magic Design, Magic Edit, or Text-to-Image. Adobe announced it would acquire Figma for approximately $20 billion in September of 2022 and has yet to close. The UK's Competition and Markets Authority, CMA, recently blocked Microsoft's acquisition of Activision and is looking closely at the Figma deal. In addition, the US Department of Justice, DOJ, is said to be preparing an antitrust lawsuit against Adobe in a bid to block its $20 billion acquisition of Figma. The deal potentially being blocked should be monitored closely, but one has to ask if we should consider whether Firefly is enough of a tailwind to offset any negative impact from a potential failure of the Figma deal. Given the excitement around Firefly and the initial reaction to its beta launch, the answer today is not as clear as it would have been a few months ago. If you enjoyed this video and are excited about the future of AI, you should check out some of our other videos, such as AMD's comeback into the chip game and what company is responsible for helping manufacture chips worldwide in ASML. See you guys next time.